Are you making the single biggest mistake in protecting your memory? For years, we've been taught that the greatest threats to our brain health are outside. The smog of city traffic, the exhaust fumes on a busy highway. We focus on avoiding the outdoors on bad air days. But the shocking truth is this: the silent killer of your senior brain is often found right where you feel safest. It's in your kitchen, it's in your living room, it's even in your bedroom. And ignoring this hidden enemy is the fastest way to accelerate brain aging and lose your precious independence. I'm talking about indoor air pollution, specifically the microscopic particles known as PM 2.5. These tiny assassins are being released by things you use every day, and they bypass your body's defenses. A landmark study linked long-term exposure to these particles with something truly terrifying for anyone over 50. For every small increase in PM 2.5 exposure, your brain essentially ages faster. In fact, the research suggests for every 5 micrograms per cubic meter increase in these particles, your brain health may age by the equivalent of an entire year. That's what I call the 1 year per 5 micrograms rule. Imagine your brain losing 1 year of health for something you can't even see. This is not about fear. This is about empowerment. In this deep dive, I will show you the invisible enemy lurking in your home. I will reveal the exact scientific mechanism for how these particles sneak past your defenses. And most importantly, I will give you a simple, 3-step action plan to fight back and shield your memory. You can take back control of your brain health starting today. Let's begin. The invisible enemy, the scientific problem. The microscopic Trojan Horse, PM 2.5 versus the blood-brain barrier. When we think of pollution, we picture big visible clouds of smog. But the real threat to your cognitive function is invisible. It is measured in micrometers. PM 2.5 stands for particulate matter that is 2.5 micrometers or smaller. To give you perspective, a single human hair is about 70 micrometers wide. These particles are so tiny that they behave like an invisible dust that bypasses the natural filtration systems of your nose and throat. But here is where the problem becomes critical, especially for seniors concerned about memory loss and dementia. These particles act like a microscopic Trojan horse. They travel deep into your lungs, and from there, they jump right into your bloodstream. Once in your blood, these toxic invaders circulate throughout your body, heading directly towards your most protected organ, your brain. Your brain is supposed to be protected by a highly sophisticated shield called the blood-brain barrier. This barrier is designed to keep toxins and pathogens out, maintaining a sterile environment for your neurons. But because PM 2.5 particles are so incredibly small and are carried by the bloodstream, they can breach this fundamental barrier. They sneak right past the gate. This is the barrier breach. Once these particles are inside your brain's environment, the real danger begins. Chronic neuroinflammation. When your brain detects an invader, it launches an immune response. But because the exposure to indoor PM 2.5 is often constant, day after day, year after year, this immune response never shuts off. It becomes chronic inflammation. Think of it like an internal, slow-burning fire that starts to damage the delicate architecture of your memory. This is where the term brain fog truly comes from. It's not just a sign of being tired. It is the symptom of an overwhelmed, inflamed neural network struggling to keep up. Chronic inflammation doesn't just affect memory. It impairs your executive function. That means it makes decisions harder. It makes solving simple problems frustrating. It slows your mental processing speed, which can feel like your brain is constantly running through water. For seniors, this slow, insidious damage is often dismissed as just aging. But I want you to reject that notion. This inflammation is not an inevitable fate. It is a measurable response to a specific environmental stressor, PM 2.5. We have to understand the true impact this has on the quality of your later years. This constant inflammatory cycle damages the white matter in your brain. White matter is essentially the high-speed highway connecting different regions of your brain. When the highway is damaged, communication breaks down. Your ability to retrieve a name, recall a past event, or learn a new skill become significantly impaired. You are losing the very mental agility required to live independently. This is why the fight against indoor air pollution is directly linked to the fight for your dignity and self-sufficiency. We often worry about what we put into our bodies, but we must worry just as much about what we breathe in, because every single breath is a message sent directly to your brain's most sensitive components. The body's natural defense mechanism, when overactivated by constant pollution exposure, turns into the very process that accelerates brain aging. This neuroinflammation damages neurons, disrupts the communication pathways between brain cells, and directly contributes to the accumulation of toxic proteins linked to conditions like Alzheimer's and general cognitive decline. The research connecting this unseen indoor threat to accelerated brain aging is undeniable. Major studies, including long-term cohort research conducted by institutions like Harvard, have found a striking correlation. They observed that older adults who lived in areas with higher average PM2.5 levels showed significantly faster rates of memory decline and higher risks for developing dementia. This is why indoor air quality has become a critical, yet often overlooked factor in senior health. If you are spending 90% of your time indoors, which many retired seniors do, and your indoor air quality is poor, you are essentially exposing your brain to a constant inflammatory shower. It neutralizes every healthy habit you try to adopt. It makes your anti-aging diet, your mental exercises, and your daily walks less effective. It is a headwind against your effort to maintain independence. But where does this invisible killer actually come from inside your home? Many people assume a well-kept house means clean air, but the common indoor sources of PM2.5 are surprisingly mundane and often ignored. The first major source is your kitchen. When we look at the kitchen, the problem is not just the gas stove itself. It's the result of combustion. Even electric stovetops can release ultrafine particles when oils or fats are heated to high temperatures. The microscopic, aerosolized oils mix with combustion byproducts to create a cloud of inflammation triggers. This cloud doesn't dissipate instantly. It settles, it lingers, and it slowly migrates throughout your entire home, often concentrated in the rooms with the least airflow. Cooking, especially frying or grilling on a gas stove without proper ventilation, releases enormous amounts of PM2.5. A simple act of searing a steak or burning toast can temporarily spike your indoor PM2.5 levels far above what you would experience outside on a normal day. The second culprit is scented products. That wonderful vanilla-scented candle you light for a cozy evening, or the air freshener spray used to keep the house smelling fresh, are often petroleum-based and release ultrafine particles. They are pollution disguised as comfort. The truth about scented products is equally alarming. The beautiful floral or spicy scent is often a cocktail of petrochemicals. When burned or sprayed, they release VOCs, volatile organic compounds, which are another class of indoor air toxin. VOCs are known neurotoxins that add to the inflammatory burden on the brain. Switching out one scented candle is an easy win for your memory health. The third threat comes from older homes and dusty environments, failing to change HV. AC filters regularly, or dealing with old dusty carpets means you are recirculating a mix of outdoor PM2.5 particles that have settled, plus indoor mold spores and pet dander that contribute to the inflammatory load. Finally, the dust in older homes or aging HVAC systems poses a continuous threat. Dust is a carrier. It carries outdoor PM2.5 that has snuck inside. It carries mold and dander. When you walk on an old carpet or your outdated heating system kicks on, you are stirring up a settled, toxic stew that floods your immediate breathing space. These are not threats that require complex science to fix. They simply require awareness, and that's what we are providing here. These silent indoor threats are a constant stress on your brain. They are always on, always attacking. But we can turn them off. The key takeaway is this: you cannot defend your brain against a threat you don't know exists. Now that we have revealed the invisible enemy, it's time to equip you with the easy, practical weapons to fight back. The three-step defense, the action plan, taking back control, your three-pillar anti-smog defense system. The good news is that, unlike other environmental risks, you have direct, immediate control over the air inside your home. You can create a powerful shield for your brain. This three-pillar defense system is simple, affordable, and focused entirely on protecting your cognitive function from PM 2.5 damage. Pillar 1. The HEPA filtration wall, the air armor. This is the foundational step. It is your non-negotiable defense. A high-quality HEPA air purifier is an absolute necessity, especially for seniors who spend many hours inside. HEPA stands for high-efficiency particulate air. These filters are scientifically proven to capture at least 99.97% of airborne particles 0.3 micrometers or larger, including the dangerous PM 2.5. The key to this strategy is placement. You don't need a unit in every room, but you need a central defense post. Place your HEPA air purifier in the room where you spend the most uninterrupted time. For most of us, that is the bedroom. You spend 7 to 9 hours of continuous sleep in your bedroom. This is a critical time for brain repair, memory consolidation, and flushing out toxins. By cleaning the air in your bedroom, you guarantee your brain has the cleanest, safest environment for recovery every single night. Look for a model with a high CADR rating, clean air delivery rate, and make sure you change the filter exactly when the manufacturer recommends. Here is a simple buying tip. You must match the CADR rating to your room size. Buying a small filter for a large living room will render it completely ineffective. Look for the manufacturer's suggested square footage for the room where you will place it. The EPA recommends choosing a model that can clean the air in the room at least 5 times per hour. So, always size up if you are unsure. When you purchase one, keep it running on a medium setting 24 hours a day. Don't turn it off to save a little electricity. That overnight recovery period is too critical to compromise. Think of your HEPA filter not as an appliance, but as an invisible insurance policy for your most valuable asset. It is the only physical barrier you can easily install against the smallest particles that cross the blood-brain barrier. Make sure it truly has a true HEPA filter, not just a HEPA-like filter, which does not meet the necessary standards for PM 2.5 capture. This is a small, proactive investment that offers a massive return in cognitive longevity. It is your first line of defense against the invisible Trojan Horse. Pillar 2. The anti-smog diet, the brain's nutritional shield. Air pollution causes inflammation, so the most powerful way to fight back is through diet, by flooding your body and brain with nature's strongest anti-inflammatory compounds. Antioxidants. These foods act as a nutritional shield, helping your brain's immune system neutralize the damage caused by PM 2.5 exposure. There are 3 key groups you must prioritize daily. First, the berry family. Blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries are packed with flavonoids. These are potent antioxidants that are known to cross the blood-brain barrier themselves. They directly target and quench the free radicals and inflammatory markers that PM 2.5 leaves behind. Try adding a half cup of frozen wild blueberries to your morning yogurt or smoothie every day. For the berry family, freezing them actually preserves and concentrates their antioxidant power. Keep a large bag of frozen blueberries in your freezer at all times. You can thaw them slightly and stir them into oatmeal or cottage cheese for a powerful, brain-shielding snack. Aim for at least 1 cup of brightly colored berries daily to maximize your flavonoid intake. Second, omega-3 rich foods. We are talking about fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel. Omega-3 fatty acids, specifically DHA, are essential building blocks for brain cell membranes. They also have powerful anti-inflammatory properties that help calm the chronic neuroinflammation caused by air pollutants. Aim for 2 servings of fatty fish per week. If the taste of fish is simply unappealing, consider the supplements derived from algae. Algal oil is often considered the cleanest source of DHA, which is the specific fatty acid your brain craves. It avoids the potential heavy metal concerns associated with some fish. But if you enjoy fish, remember that smaller, wild-caught fish like sardines and mackerel often have lower mercury levels and higher omega-3 concentrations than larger fish like tuna. If fish is not feasible, look for high-quality algal oil supplements. Third, dark leafy greens, spinach, kale, and collard greens contain high levels of vitamin K, lutein, and zeaxanthin. These nutrients have been repeatedly linked in research to slower cognitive decline. They support the body's detoxification pathways, which become overworked when exposed to constant pollution. A simple handful of spinach added to scrambled eggs or blended into a soup is an easy, powerful daily dose of medicine. For the dark leafy greens, simple preparation is key. Steaming or lightly sautéing spinach or kale makes the nutrients more bioavailable, easier for your body to absorb. Don't overcook them until they are mushy. A light steam is enough. Remember, vitamin E is another powerful ally in this fight. Look to add healthy nuts and seeds like walnuts, almonds, and sunflower seeds to your daily routine. A small handful of walnuts each afternoon provides a protective punch of vitamin E and a healthy boost of omega-3s. The goal is to build a firewall of nutrition against inflammation. You are using your food as medicine to repair the damage and defend against future attacks. This is not a complex diet. It is about choosing the right foods that actively help your brain combat the inevitable environmental stress of the modern world. Pillar 3, the daily habit reset. Our most seemingly harmless routines are often the biggest contributors to indoor PM 2.5. This pillar is about simple modifications to your daily life that cost little to nothing. Reset habit number 1, the cooking strategy. Remember how I said frying on a gas stove causes a massive spike in PM 2.5? The simple fix is ventilation. When using your stove, especially gas, you must do 2 things. First, always turn on your exhaust fan, even for boiling water. Second, open a window a few inches to create a slight cross breeze. This immediately pulls polluted air out and draws cleaner air in, preventing the toxic particles from settling in your living space and migrating towards your bedroom. This simple practice should be automatic, especially when using high heat or when smoke or steam is visible. It's a habit that immediately prevents the pollution from lingering and settling. Reset habit number 2, the scent swap. Forget the chemical air fresheners and scented candles. These are massive, unnecessary sources of fine particulate matter and volatile organic compounds, OCS, that irritate the lungs and brain. Instead, switch to natural essential oil diffusers, or better yet, simply use natural ventilation. Reset habit number 3, the cleaning routine upgrade. Your standard feather duster is doing more harm than good. It doesn't trap particles, it simply sends the settled PM 2.5 back into the air for you to breathe in. Instead, switch to a microfiber cloth or a damp towel for dusting all surfaces. When vacuuming, ensure your vacuum cleaner uses a HEPA filter. If it doesn't, you are actively blowing PM 2.5 particles back into your air as you clean. A HEPA filtered vacuum is essential for keeping that particulate matter trapped and permanently removed from your home. Reset habit number 4, the HVAC filter check. If you have a central heating or cooling system, the filter in your unit is your secondary line of defense. You should be using a high-quality filter with a high MERV rating, minimum efficiency reporting value. Look for a MERV rating of 11 or higher. A standard MERV 4 filter is nearly useless against PM 2.5, and you must check that filter every 90 days, replacing it when it appears gray or dirty. A clogged filter reduces air movement and forces pollutants to circulate rather than be trapped. These small, routine maintenance tasks are the quiet, powerful actions of a person who is serious about protecting their cognitive future. We have now laid out the 3 pillars of defense: filtration, nutrition, and habit reset. These steps collectively restore your power to protect your memory. They are the actionable steps that counteract the unseen threats. We've talked about the invisible threat in our homes, But I want to know, what is one daily habit you rely on right now that you suspect might be silently harming your air quality? Share it below. Let's learn and protect each other. Final promise: protect your independence. You have reached a critical point in understanding how to maintain your health and independence. For too long, the narrative has been that age inevitably leads to memory loss, and that we are helpless against environmental factors. But the science tells a different, empowering story. The air in your home, from your stove, candles, and dust, is releasing microscopic particles, PM 2.5, that pass your body's defenses and are silently accelerating brain aging and memory loss. But you are not helpless against this environment. The truth is that you can dramatically reduce this risk. By implementing these 3 simple pillars: the HEPA filter defense, the anti-smog diet, and the habit reset, you are doing more than just cleaning your air. You are reinforcing your body's natural defenses and actively slowing the clock on cognitive decline. You are not merely adding years to your life, but life and quality to your years. You are ensuring that you remain sharp, independent, and secure for yourself and your family. This is not a difficult journey, but it requires a commitment to awareness and action. Start today. Go to the room where you sleep and commit to placing a high-quality HEPA air purifier there. Change the way you cook, and add those berries and fatty fish to your grocery list this week. Every small action is a victory against the silent killer. Now, we've talked about how to shield your brain from the outside in. But what about the internal factors? Neuroinflammation is fueled by many things, and diet is the single most powerful tool you have. To give you the exact nutritional playbook, I've prepared the next video in this series. It dives deep into the specific compounds and supplements you can take to neutralize the inflammation that is already happening inside your brain right now. To get the full nutritional shield, click the link to watch the next video. Over 5 anti-inflammatory foods that shield your brain from pollution. The anti-smog diet. Click here to arm your brain with the best nutrition science offers. Thank you for watching. Please remember that the content in this video is for informational purposes only and is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified health provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition. Never disregard professional medical advice or delay in seeking it because of something you have watched here.